Hello everyone, welcome back to Shining Tactics. Now, a small hiccup on my part. I have to record over this because it turns out my mic wasn't working at the time I'd done the recording. Now, I'm back in the jail not because I had to go to a previous save, but because I remembered something, that you could find a thing on the table the old man was at. In particular, in the cell you wake up in, and it's a attack earring in this mod, which gives you 5 extra attack points. Now, the shop there only had some healing herbs in the chests, but what's really interesting is the guy at the equipment shop over to the right. He sells some new items, including a boxing glove to enhance Jaha with. Now, as I already covered, attack earrings enhance your strength, but the guy also sells circlets, which help your defense by 4 points. Now, 4 points don't seem like much, but keep in mind that your level ups give you 1 to 2 points every time. So those few points can mean quite a lot in the long run. Now, I didn't really have much I needed to upgrade. I just bought some new items for everyone. I got the attack earrings and the circlets for some of the others. I'm not going to be talking throughout this entire recording, but I am going to chime in if there's something I feel like I should note. Now, this part always makes me kind of laugh a little because Slade tried to use the exact same excuse that Sarah had when it came to what Astral was doing. That's the old man's name, Astral, right? I just find it kind of funny. Like, yeah, they had the same idea, a package they left behind. Now, right off the bat, the thing that worried me most was the Dark Clerics, because that was yet another unit who could use a sleep rod. And I found out that the sleep rod in this mod is what gives people the ability to... it's what gives, like, clerics and mages the ability to reduce somebody's stats through an attack. They can do that again with the staff that I recently bought. But anyway, so Slade got countered here and his defense dropped, and that spooked me, because I thought for sure he was going to die because of that. Like, it is really bad to have to deal with something like that, because you don't know, are you going to get hit critically? Are you going to just get swarmed by a bunch of enemies? So, yeah, it was a very shocking experience to have that happen just right off the bat. Now, the Dark Clerics, there's an interesting thing I want to point out. So, I think in a previous episode I'd mentioned that you have 1 extra cost to casting the heal spell. Well, the enemy has that too. It costs more for them as well. And I get unlucky there and Kazan is put to sleep, making it harder for him to gain experience, and also making it so that he can't really dodge attacks. But I'm gonna be silent for a little while, just let you all enjoy what's going on here. So here I just took a quick look at everybody's experience and realized that, unlike in the base game, the EXP you gain actually carries over between level ups. So having somebody with more experience take the final blow on enemy actually doesn't hurt you in the long run. Now, he hits Cousin again with the Sleep Rod, but thankfully sleep status doesn't stack. So he's just going to be resting for about as long as he did before. It's no problem, really. So I'm not sure if that's going to look okay in the actual upload, but it kind of looked like the Blaze spell just didn't animate properly. I'm gonna hope that works okay. So an interesting thing to note, I believe I mentioned it before, but being safe, this mod caps a base promotion at level 20. So, like how the main character, we'll call him Bowie, because that's his default name. But with Bowie, he has Swordsman as his base class. Well, originally you could level that all the way up to 40, gain some nice extra stats through that method. But because the guy who made the mod felt that would be a bit overpowered, I guess, he made it so that your base job will cap at level 20, making it so that you have to so that you have to promote to keep gaining stats. But there's a bit of a trick to that. See, there are special items you can collect that can help your characters promote into a special job. Bowie doesn't have anything like that, but the other members of the Shining Force do as well. Sarah, for instance, can find something called a Vigor Ball to turn herself into a monk. And monks have great physical attacks, but they lose the ability to carry around stabs, I believe. And in this mod, you have to think carefully about which one you want. Because while Master Monk can deal some pretty strong hits, they lose out in the mod specifically, in Shining Tactics, they lose out on the top level spells. So you'll lose the borderline full heal of, well, heal level 4, and I'm not sure if she still gets Aura in this mod, but Aura was a group heal spell, and you'll miss out on having it be the widest range possible if she's turned into a monk, rather than being allowed to promote normally through her base class. So I'm considering whether or not I should follow that route, to let her promote normally or not, I mean. But I've been rambling on for a while now. I'll go silent again, let you all enjoy the show some more. Now, the archers popped in, and I wasn't all that worried. I knew how little damage they could do, so I wasn't really worried about whether or not Kazan could survive against them. The only thing that really concerned me at that moment there is the enemies down at the bottom, because the soldiers could still cause your defense and agility to drop. There was the cleric who could cause my units to fall asleep. But I was deciding, hey, if it happens, it happens. And I'm trying to do this run without anybody falling in battle. Anytime somebody dies, I will edit in a ding sound along with a counter. So yeah, it'll just be an easy way to keep a tally there. But I don't think anyone is gonna die anytime soon. I don't think I'm at a point in the game where things are going to be particularly difficult. Now, interestingly, I looked into it. Slade did not have the ability to just poison somebody by stabbing them before. That's actually something unique to this mod, and I can appreciate that. It gives Slade a little more utility in the beginning. See, in the base game, he had some very low defense for the point you get him at, as well as low defense growth until he promoted. He's a very niche character, kind of like a glass cannon, I guess you could say. Now there, I stopped Chester short because I'm trying to lure the soldier into coming closer without somebody being in range. And this part actually got me to laugh when it happened, but you're going to see that the cleric there is going to focus on healing himself. No matter how damaged his buddies down here get, he's just kinda gonna let them suffer, I guess you could say. So yeah, that was pretty funny to me. I don't think anything else really worthwhile happens for the rest of this battle, so I'm probably just going to stay quiet for the rest of this point until the battle is over. So, see you all once that's done. So with all that done, I go into town and I kind of forgot how somber it is. But there is, as bad as this sounds, one good thing that comes out of all of it. When the town is ransacked like this, go into the shed and you can find, and this is his actual name, Kiwi. Like, that's his default name, Kiwi. Like the fruit. He's one of the few monster characters you can recruit. And Kiwi in the base game had this big problem. Sorry. And that's namely, he had very little HP, making him super brittle when it came to magic users. So it was difficult to get him to level up early on, especially when you have some enemies like the Golem mages who could just cast magic and boom, he's dead. But in this mod, he's been given twice as much health as he originally starts out with, and his attack and defense, as well as agility, have all been boosted, with agility being one of the bigger boosts he got. But I never really used Kiwi much, so I don't know how good his promotion was. So I'm looking forward to finding that out in this mod, like if there was anything special about it. I'm also going to leave a comparison for how he was in the sidebars, so you all can see what was different. But that's all the time I have, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. So until then, later.